Dr. Tammy here. I am so excited that you're here with me today on this Facebook Live, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to say thank you to everyone who's been posting API. I'm so excited. There's been so much buzz, and I'm hoping that you're now starting to see people around with API on their hand. It's a simple thing to do. I used an eyeliner, and basically you just write API on your hand, and you can use a permanent marker if you want, or a pen. I have people doing it in their schools, in their workplaces, and it's just so excited. It's really catching on. So what is this API stuff? Well, I just want to share a concept with you that's very, very simple. And one of the interesting things in my journey in trying to find true, lasting, sustainable happiness is that I just kept looking for something really, really simple that I could put out there that would impact my life. And I was listening to some YouTube videos, one of my gurus, and basically they said, you have a choice in any given moment. You can choose to look at the good side of things or the bad side of things. And you can choose to see the positive in things. And I thought, what if you always chose to see the positive? And especially in other people, what if you always chose to see positive intent? So that's what API stands for. Assume positive intent. What if you always assume positive intent? And sometimes the people that we're the closest to are the people that we are least likely to assume positive intent with. And I experienced that in my own life, and I realized in so many relationships in my life that I was not assuming positive intent, and the people that I was closest to, my husband, my child, and when they would do something that would upset me, I realized that somewhere in my programming, maybe somewhere in my childhood or something that I learned that was a heart wall or it was a protective mechanism was keeping me from seeing the positive. And so I was always seeing negative intent, like, why are they trying to hurt me? What's the deal with that? And so when I look at positive intent now, it's beautiful. And so when I assume positive intent, when my husband says something like, one of my most recent examples is that he forgot to tell me that someone wasn't working in our company anymore. And it seemed like, why didn't you tell me that? Am I not important enough? I went all to the negative. So when I flipped that and started practicing API, I said, wow, he's so busy working so hard for our family in this company, trying to make a living, to make all our dreams come true, that he literally just was so busy he just forgot to tell me. And so that's a much different intent than from a negative intent. Or with my child, with just looking at positive intent with your children. They're not trying to be mean. They're not trying to be defiant. They might be tired. They might be stressed out. They might have eaten too much sugar. They might just be really overwhelmed or having sensory overload issues. And so if you just assume positive intent and at least the people under your roof, it can really change your life. And one of the biggest things that I think it's important to assume positive intent with is God. And I don't know what your relationship is with God or whatever you call it, universe, source energy. Just assume that everything's working out for you. It's funny, I used to tell my husband, I think God lost my file, forgot about me. And it is not that way at all. If you just assume that God's got you and that you're covered, that he's got positive intent for you. Positive intent is so, so important to look at. And I love all my little people on my Facebook Live. Hi, Serena. I love all you so much. Thank you for sharing this message and taking it to the schools and taking it to your workplace. So please post your pictures and let's take this viral. Let's share this with the world. Let's make a movement. We have so much negativity going on. We have the elections going on, all this craziness. And so let's just really make a movement for looking at people from a standpoint of positive intent. So as you go through your day, look at the people at the grocery store, look at the people all around you in positive intent. I promise it'll change your life. When I started doing this, and it's so important to put it on your hand as a reminder because we forget. And then we start slipping into our negative ways. So this is just a real cool little viral movement that can change lives. And if you're at the grocery store and you see somebody with API in their hand, you know that they're going to have that thought process about thinking about positive intent. So please, please, please share your photos, share on the Facebook page, share the crap out of this. Let's really focus on positive intent and see how we can change the world, one person at a time, one child at a time, one classroom at a time. Share this with your children, your family, and focus on assumed positive intent for just the next 3 days. API, assume positive intent. All right, have a fabulous week. I love y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Share this video, please, 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 and let me know how it's changed your life. You know, already, I'm going to wrap this up, but already I've gotten so many comments about how it's already changing people's lives. So if you change the way you view the world changes. And you know, it's really interesting because I had a guy who said that he was going to take this to his recovery group, and he said he realized all the relationships in his life where he did not assume positive intent. He thought they were trying to hurt him, or he was constantly looking for the threat, and how much trouble that's cost him in his life. So if you can just assume positive intent, share those stories with me. Let me know how it's impacting your life. And you know, I just had somebody call me this morning and say, this is a really cool concept, but what about people who really don't have positive intent for you? And I said, doesn't matter. All it matters is how you view the world, because stress or perceived stress is all between the ears. So how you perceive the world is everything. So if you perceive the world as a positive place, I promise you it will start to change. So if you've heard about the law of attraction, the vibration, the energy of positivity that you put out there will come back. So it doesn't matter what their intent is. It just matters that you assume that it's positive. All right. Blessings. Love y'all. See you soon. Bye-bye.